Hi, Di. This is Peter Flowers, Jason's English teacher. How are you going today? Yeah, that's good. I'm very well, thank you. I hear Jason's been going well in his art and PE classes at the moment. Yeah, he's been very engaged in these subjects according to his teachers, and he's performing quite well, which is it's really good to hear. Yeah, so we spoke previously about some concerns I had regarding Jason's behaviour and performance in class, and how he's been struggling to fit into the new school. You mentioned that you wanted to know if there was anything I could do to help keep Jason on track and engaged in class and help him feel a bit more successful in his schoolwork. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I've been developing a few practices that I am going to implement in class moving forward, and I think it's been very beneficial for Jason and help address some of these concerns that we spoke about. Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is introduce a seating plan in the class so that Jason will be sitting close to me at the front of the room in a group with other students that are very friendly, they're very kind, and they're also performing quite well. So with Jason at the front of the room, I'll be able to keep a close eye on him to ensure that his behaviour is not disruptive. Well, I utilise a lot of group work so that he'll be able to see how his peers work. They can help provide support during the lesson so that Jason can really start to develop his understanding of the subject. And ideally, Jason will also be able to start some friendships with these students, which will hopefully mean he can settle into the class and school a bit easier. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, I really think if we can get Jason more involved socially with the other students, we'll start to see some great improvements from him in the classroom. Yeah, yeah. So the second thing I'm going to do is ensure that all of my lessons are very consistent in their structure so that Jason can begin to feel more comfortable and get into more of a routine. So this can include structuring lessons so that daily classroom routines occur at the same way and the same time each day, as well as writing the lesson schedule on the board and repeatedly calling attention to it throughout the class and so that he can see it. Does that make sense? Well, this could simply be when we do an activity, when I'm addressing the class, when the students are doing readings, just making sure that everything we do in class stays consistent. Well, I believe, and the research suggests that as he becomes more familiar with how the class runs, his behaviour will improve, and as a result, he'll become more engaged in the class. Now, because Jason has been struggling in this area and his self-confidence is quite low at the moment, he's setting some lower expectations for himself and therefore not achieving at the standard I believe he's capable of. To combat this, the final practice I'm going to employ is to give Jason regular feedback, especially when he's done something positive. So by doing this, I'm going to help build Jason's confidence in himself and start to get him to aim higher than what he has been, similar to how he does in PE and art, where he's already quite confident in his abilities. I want to bring that over to English and hopefully the rest of his subjects as well, and really get him to start improving his performance. And also, yeah, with Jason getting regular feedback throughout the lesson or even the week, he'll be able to better gauge how he's going in the class and what he really needs to be doing to improve. Well, the good news is Jason should not be able to tell that these practices are being introduced for him specifically, and he can trust that his improved results are organic and the result is increased effort, which will further encourage him to become more engaged moving forward. Does that sound good to you? Well, if Jason continues to struggle, there are further approaches we can take. Let's say that for now, myself and you start to catch up once a fortnight to discuss how he's going, and if we decide together that further action is necessary, then we can do that when the time comes. I just want you to know that I understand your concerns and that I'm here for you and Jason. Jason's a good kid, he's struggling at the moment, and I think with a bit more structure and consistency in his life, we can start to see Jason make some really good achievements. Okay, perfect. Lovely to speak with you, Guy, and I'll give you another call in 2 weeks to give you an update on how Jason is travelling. No worries. Thank you. You too. Have a good day. Goodbye.